Hey, Mémé, let me tell you right now, don't you hit that skip button, no shot. Don't you hit that. You're going to watch this. Today I got me a special guest. I told you from Acadian, but this is from the Nova Scotia, from PEI. We got a Canadian here today. Don't turn away. No. Come back right now. You're going to see a good show here, shot. All right, Mémé, I told you it's not just about cooking. This is the Cajun culture. Well, today we have a special guest, Jeanette Arsenault. Her ancestors from PEI, that's Prince Edward Island. The Cajun, the Acadians, the Acadians, they're from all over in that northeastern part of Canada. They're kind of spread out. We'll tell you more about that later in a different show about how that happened. But right now, we're going to talk today about a very special thing that, to me, when I saw that video, it was about my maw-maw. You know, now for us Cajuns, the maw-maw, the grandparents, they mean a lot. So, Jeanette, tell us about your maw-maw, which is not maw-maw where you're from, but tell us about that a little bit. It's so important.
Nice to be invited on your show. I love your show, by the way. So thank you for having me on and giving me an opportunity to talk about my Acadian ancestry, which is kind of your Canadian North cousins to the Cajuns, right? Yes, my grandmother, Josephine, was a huge influence in my life. And in Prince Edward Island, all grandmothers are called Mémé, and all grandfathers are called Pepe. So they go by their first name. So it was Mémé Josephine, was my mother's mother. And she was a force to be reckoned with. She had 14 children. And like she said, well, I had 10 before I figured out what I was doing wrong. But Acadian women were very strong and very family-oriented and children-oriented. Well, okay, having 14 kids is pretty children-oriented. But she was a doer. She was a community figure. She was well known in her community for helping women in keeping the French Acadian language and culture alive up in her area. So she was a mentor without necessarily, I'm going to mentor my children and grandchildren. No, she just did things, full force, determination, and made you feel like you could do and be anything you wanted.
Well, good, and see, I watched that video, and she's got two of them. We're going to see one of them today. All right, and I said, that reminds me of my mom. She was very strong. She was very influential. But they all, and the grandparents, they all say things that you never forget. There's certain little things, like the mama on my mother's side, she said, "Brud," she always called me Brud. Say, "Brud, now look, you're going to do something, you do it right."
Yes.
As a little boy, you know what? I grew up, whenever I did a job, somewhere I hear that, I do a good job, My other grandmother on my daddy's side, oh, she was strong. Oh, she didn't look it maybe sometimes, but she built that love, she built that trust. So when you get to be teenagers, you know how good us boys are as teenagers, right? Well, she could come in and talk to me and say, "Hey, slow down." Or come to
They were no nonsense, right?
No, yeah. Or go to my mom and dad and say, "Slow down with him, give him a little chance, all right? Give him, he's a good boy." Of course I was a good boy. I never done nothing wrong, me. But, the grandparents are so important, and I saw that in your show. So that's what I wanted to share with everybody.
Thank you. The song that I wrote is Josephine, Acadian Queen, and she really was a matriarch and a powerful figure in my family on my mother's side.
Wonderful. So look, stay tuned. We're going to come back at the end and talk just for a little bit, but watch this all the way through. Mesha is a wonderful song. I guarantee you're going to enjoy every second of it. See you in a few minutes, yeah.
We came from all points, north, south, east, and west. We gathered up our memories to share with all the rest. Together we join hearts to honor your name, oh Josephine, you're the reason we came. Oh, Josephine, you left a rich legacy. I am who I am because of who you were to me. You gave me roots and gave me wings, and all your love in between. Oh, Josephine, Acadian queen. La 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 la. You gave me roots and gave me wings, and all your love in between. Oh, Josephine, Acadian queen. A family is as strong as the ties that bind. A legacy lives on through the ones left behind. I can only hope I do half as much as you. Oh, Josephine, for my children too. Oh, Josephine, you left a rich legacy. I am who I am because of who you were to me. You gave me roots and gave me wings, and all your love in between. Oh, Josephine, Acadian queen. La 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 la. You gave me roots and gave me wings, and all your love in between. Oh, Josephine, Acadian queen. Oh, Josephine, Acadian queen.
Hey, I hope you sure enjoyed that. I sure did. Wasn't that great? Now, you got anything else to say you want to say about Jim, ma'am?
About Mémé Josephine?
Yeah.
My grandmother wove love through the family and was the glue, and the admiration you have for your grandmother is the same feelings that I have towards my grandmother. I miss her terribly since she's gone, but I've learned lessons and kept with me. Like you say, her voice in my ear, that has propelled me forward.
So, mes amis, till the next time, what do we say? Allons manger, lavez la bon temps roulé, et bonne chance, mes amis!
Woohoo! I don't know how much you want me to talk, because you might have to do the cut more than the talk.
Okay, it's okay. If you see me looking at you like...
Okay, that'll be a good
yeah.
clue. Okay.
All right, that means we'll cut it off somewhere anyway.